Hello gamers, hope you're doing well. In this video I am previewing RTS game Iron Harvest 1920+ from game developers King Art Games. These guys started a game funding project on Kickstarter back in 2018 and raised more than $1.5 million. Gamers are interested in this project. Let's look closer to it. Iron Harvest 1920+ is a real-time strategy game, RTS for short. This is not just a simple RTS like others. All action is set in an alternative universe in the year 1920 and later, after the end of the Great War, or in our terms, World War I. In the Iron Harvest 1920+, you will take control of infantry units similar to those that fought in the Great War, but accompanied by various big diesel punk machines, which vary from nation to nation. And these machines are the main thing in the game. I can say that Iron Harvest 1920+ playing experience is somewhere between Company of Heroes and Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War. Single-player RTS campaigns were very popular back in days, and game devs returning it to these days, so we'll have a strong story with more than 20 missions. You can team up with a friend and play all campaigns in cooperative mode. I am single-player guy, but don't be upset if you are a multiplayer guy, because this game has a great multiplayer with ranked matches and leagues. Plus different types of skirmish maps, challenge maps like Abandoned Railway Station, Aboard a River or Restless Wood available to play in single-player and co-op. You're free to set up a skirmish and multiplayer matches any way you want. If you feel that can be more productive and win more matches, your hands are free to configure the game interface and choose your favorite input controls. In Iron Harvest 1920+, we have lots of different unit types such as heroes, infantry and specialists, exoskeletons, different types of mechanisms with weapon systems. Question: how to prepare for war and build all machines, ammunition and units? Answer: gather resources. No RTS game will go without that. And if you want to gather all and steal, you should conquer resource points and defend them later. There are three factions in the Iron Harvest 1920+: Rusviet's Russian Empire, Polonia, Poland and Saxon Germans. More than 40 unit types plus 9 heroes with unique abilities will be under your command. Each faction will have 3 operative heroes, and they aren't some super warriors, even if it sounds different. They are just tools to unlock more ways of combat and tactics. Even though this game is concentrated around the mech combat, there are also non-mech fighters, the infantry, that are very cheap, versatile and the only ones capable of capturing bunkers, mortars and resource silos. They also level up. More game features what I do like in this game is wide variety of tactics, including stealth. Oh, I like stealth. Do you? And almost everything in this game is destructible. That sounds great. Let's look a bit more detail into the factions, and let's start from Rusviet's. SHM69 Serp illustrates Rusviet's philosophy the best, with its impenetrable armor and huge sickles, which by the way is good not only for close combat, but also for driving fear into your enemies. Despite it being very slow, its destruction power might be unmatched, since most enemy units can take only one hit before being utterly destroyed. SHM60 Groza is completely different from SHM69 Serp, almost a polar opposite, since it's fast but deadly in groups. Add a rocket jump ability and you have one of the most mobile units in the game that can call in even more of their own into the battlefield. As the game developers said in the announcement, enough about melee units, let's talk about range destruction machines. SHM68 Nakovalny, a long-range cannon, or instead a rocket battery on 2 huge wheels, will demolish enemy units from afar. It's pretty imprecise, but it compensates for that by covering a huge area with its rockets. So I suggest you move out your units a little apart from one another and maybe keep your distance. Every nation will have its exclusive operative that will lead units to battle, and in Rusviet's case it's Olga Morozova, that likes to ride on her Siberian tiger and quickly annihilate infantry units with a sword and machine gun. Let's move to Saxon units. SLL-33 Earl Koenig, or in other words, Elf King, is a mortar unit that takes time to load itself, but upon loading it will greet your enemies with rainfall of fire, or maybe firefall instead. And it isn't the only thing that Elf King has to deliver. It can also reveal the position of enemies hidden in the fog with a flare bright as the sun. As Earl Koenig's flare clears the fog, into play comes PKP-17 Eisenhans, who is as mobile as Rusviet's SHM60 Groza units. Just deliver more firepower and scare the enemies well. Named after Iron Giant, they truly looks like giants carrying not even one but 2 mortals on their backs. And also specify in close quarters combat. I would be terrified to stand against one. And if those monsters were enough, you can also take control of MWF-28 Stiefmutter, the gruesome torturer in fairy tales, or in other words, a stepmother. At first glance, they don't look scary or bad, until it unleashed a bunch of monowheels that pursue the enemy and explode upon reaching the target. Saxon's operative is Gunther von Duisburg, who has close relations to Kaiser himself. He's a warrior that is unmatched by anyone else. Have you watched the Star Wars? Do you remember the AT-AT Walker? Well, Gunther has one made especially for himself, and it has unmatched size along with firepower named Brunhilde. And if Brunhilde falls, Gunther will use his large caliber hand cannon as well as blade arm that can take both infantry and mecha units, also followed by two dice wolves, Tag und Nacht, day and night, that can scout the area and take down infantry units. Sadly, only Rusviet and Saxon Empire were revealed while we are making this video, but I will add links to more details about the game in this video description. I and my team always trying to create as much value as possible to you guys, and we have more valuable videos about gaming world, which you can see on this screen right now, and you will find more valuable links in this video description. If you like this video, smash like button, share it with friends and in social media. Subscribe to the channel for new weekly uploads. Have a nice gaming week and see you in the next video soon. Bye!